It's a little slow right now. We got some time to kill. We got everything set up. And we're going to take this time to give you guys a tips for tip-ups video. Because I'm a big tip-up guy. I love jigging, catching fish on jigs. But at the end of the day, a lot of the time it's about bringing good tasting walleye home. And so I found tip-ups to be some of my better weapons. So I'll show you some of the tips and tactics I do. And my favorite type of tip-up this time of year. So I like these crab bill ones. They fit right in the bucket. So you can fit like 5 or 6 in a bucket. So that's pretty convenient. Pop up fairly easy. Some states you got to have your information on them if you leave them certain times and certain distances away from where you're at. Depends what state you're in, the regulations. So what I like is a treble hook with my weight about 1 foot to 1.5 feet above it. I don't want it too high because then that minnow could swim a large distance and tangle up. So I like it about 1 foot. It's kind of my favorite spot. Minnow on there. Drop her on down.
As you can see, I've got my swivel, then my weight, then my minnow going down to the bottom. And I like to use my flasher when I do this, and then I only have to do it once, and then I don't have to keep coming out and rechecking it or resetting my depth. And I'll show you why I only have to do it once. And as you can see, as it drops down, now the minnow is about to pass the weight. And then once I get that, I like to put mine around 1 foot to 1.5 foot, maybe even 2 foot above the bottom, depending on water clarity. Now that we've got that set, I simulate putting the tip up in the water and then pinch the line where it's going to be, and then I take one of these small bobbers and I put it in that spot. I like the HT bobbers. The Eagle Claw ones are junk, they just don't work very well. Once I get this bobber on here, there we go. Now you can see, I'll reel it up, set it down. If a fish pulls it out, now all I have to do, spool it back up, and you're at your exact depth that you need. And another tip, be sure to face your flag with the wind. If you've got a little bit of a breeze, you'll get a lot less false flags. You put it against the wind, it's going to kick your flag up, just like this. Face it with the breeze.
One thing I like to do with my tip-ups as well is I spray paint the tops of them black. So if you ever get a sunny day out there, it really keeps your hole a whole lot warmer. I do like that. So spray paint the tops black. And then always remember, I check my tip-ups every hour, never more than 2 hours, because a lot of times your minnows might be gone from smaller fish, and if you're sitting there, your lines are in the water, you're just wasting your time. And a lot of times too, when you lower that minnow down after you check it or refresh it, that fish is down there and he sees that minnow coming down. Many times I've reset my tip-ups or checked them, and as that minnow comes down, turn around, walk away, 2 seconds later, flag pops up. Sometimes that's all that fish needs to see is coming down.
And as a matter of fact, this exact clunker walleye was caught right after sending a bait down to the bottom. I barely even had time to turn around and walk away before it tipped the flag off.
Sometimes that's all that fish needs to see is coming down. So those are another little tips. Always keep checking your tip-ups, even if you don't want to and it's outside, because that's how you get. Oh, we missed the start of that one, but we just went through getting our tip-ups ready for the night. Then here comes another walleye. We took it pretty good. It was just like I was saying earlier in our tips for tip-ups video. Sometimes when you reset these and you drop that new bait down, they see it coming down and they hit it right away. So you can get yourself bonus fish doing that. Just make sure you check on your tip-ups all the time.